Good evening, I'm your host Jay Clark and welcome to the Scary Nighttime Radio Show. This is a channel set up like an old-time radio show's format from the 1930s, 40s and 50s. However, all the stories are brand new and take place in modern times. The program was created as an audio project for those who want to enjoy a story but might be driving or otherwise unable to view the show. For the YouTubers, we've added pictures and some videos for you to follow the story along. Whether you're viewing the story or only listening, we hope you'll enjoy tonight's show, which is entitled Cosmospheria.
Meet John Kagan, a 30-year-old farmer in the small town of Centerville, Iowa. He lives a lonely life, has never been married and has no kids. He's known around these parts to spread viruses to others as soon as he contracts them. They think of him as Typhoid Mary. He has no real friends. He seems frail, both physically and emotionally. Now he has a new variant of the virus that causes COVID-19 and has been ordered to stay quarantined to his farm. He's an outcast in his community. The only one he has to talk to is his dog, Poca. For the past several years, he has had dreams about meeting a lovely young woman who holds in her hands a white dove. John doesn't know the significance of the dream, but he sees the white dove as meaning peace and harmony. It's now about 8 in the evening on this warm summer night.
I'd better bring the tractor in, old Poca.
John walks out into the cornfield, looks at the starry night sky and approaches his tractor. Just then he sees a light streak across the sky. He notices it turn around and circle back towards him. As it nears, he sees it is some kind of flying craft, which seems to be coming straight at him. Frightened, he hops in his pickup with his dog and speeds off towards town. He sees his cell phone is dead.
What the hell is that thing?
The spacecraft follows John down the street into town. John quickly pulls into Eddie's auto repair shop as the spacecraft diverts away to avoid hitting a building. He runs inside and calls out to the owner.
Help me, there's a UFO following me. Somebody help me.
From in back of the garage, Eddie comes up to the counter and asks if he can help him.
Yes, please help me, Eddie. There's some kind of spacecraft following me.
Eddie looks unimpressed.
All right. What's this all about there, pal?
I was out in my cornfield and I noticed these lights from some flying object coming towards me. They followed me into town.
You don't say.
Yes, we need to contact the authorities. My phone is dead. Can you help?
Oh yes I can. Here's what you need to do. Just take a left at the light and go 2 blocks down Main Street. Look to the right and you'll see Dr. Melman's office. He's a great psychologist and can help you with your mental problems.
No, I'm not going crazy. This thing is after me.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you that farmer guy with COVID-19? What the hell are you doing in my shop? You're supposed to be in quarantine.
Eddie quickly puts on a face mask.
No, you don't understand. It could be a matter of life and death.
Listen, you get yourself and that junky old pickup truck off my property now, you moron.
No, I'm not going to move it.
Hey Joe, you deal with this guy.
I'm telling you, you move that piece of crap right now or I'll move it for you.
With that, John exits. He looks around for the spacecraft but doesn't see it. He hurries into Audrey's clothing store. The clerk greets him.
Hi, I'm Susan. May I help you?
Yes, I need your help. You see.
Hold on a minute. You're that John Kagan guy, aren't you? You're not supposed to be off your property. You're contaminated.
With that, she covers her mouth with a scarf. Another woman comes into the store.
I was driven off my property by a UFO. This is an emergency.
Kagan, what are you doing here? You're not allowed to leave your house. You're under quarantine. I gotta get my mask on.
But I need your help. Please.
Oh, just get out of here, you stupid idiot. You're spreading your germs all over the place.
Yeah, you damned fool. We don't want to get that new variant you have that causes COVID-19. We could die. You're well known for spreading viruses whenever you contact anything. You're like a one-man super spreader.
If he gets a common cold, the whole town's got it next. Just go away. We're going to have to decontaminate the whole store now, you damn imbecile.
With that, John leaves and starts walking towards his pickup. He sees the UFO approaching, so he stops and runs the other way down the street. Other people finally notice and start screaming. Cars begin to crash into each other. An Army helicopter that was following the spacecraft crashes, as well as a Navy jet. The spacecraft follows John. It is just above his head, hovering at about 50 feet. John looks up. Just then a beam of light fires down upon John and transports him aboard the craft. It scurries off into the night sky into outer space. Now John is aboard the craft. An alien walks up to him. John is shaking like a leaf on a tree. The alien hands John a small glass of liquid.
Here, drink this or you'll go into shock. This will calm you down.
John has no choice but to do as his captors say. He swallows it down. It does indeed calm him down so that he can now converse with them.
What do you want from me?
We need your assistance.
What could you possibly need from me? And I don't understand, how come you speak our language? Where are you from?
We're from the planet Libertia in the Andromeda Galaxy. My name is Kramer. I'm the captain of this vessel. We've been studying your species for thousands of years and learned all your many languages long ago. We've visited Earth countless times. Knowing where you're from, I chose to speak English so you would understand.
You sound British.
Would you like me to change the accent? I can speak any form of English that you like. I can speak any dialect.
No, that's quite all right, Kramer. I still don't understand what you want from me though.
We want your virus.
What could you possibly want that for?
With that, Kramer presses some buttons on a control panel and in front of them appears a holographic image of the Andromeda Galaxy.
This is the Andromeda Galaxy. This here is our planet Libertia. Our closest neighbor planet is Cosmospheria. We've been at war with them for thousands of years. We've tried to make peace with them, but they are a ruthless lot. They don't want peace. They want to rule the galaxy with an iron fist and have all the planets under their control.
Sounds like an unmerciful bunch.
They are. We will develop weaponry that puts us on top of the war effort and will be making strides. Then they develop more advanced weaponry and we are being defeated on the battlefield. It's an endless cycle with neither side winning.
Sounds like you need to develop a better weapon.
We believe we have. That's why we came to get you. You will be our secret weapon.
But I don't understand what I could do.
Let me tell you about the Cosmosphereans. We are the same species as they are. We are called Barvans. 100,000 years ago we all lived on Cosmospheria together. With the advent of space travel, some of our forefathers decided to colonize our nearest planet, Libertia, leaving the tyrannical rule of those in power on Cosmospheria behind. Since that time the freedom-loving Barvans of Libertia have had to battle with them because they want to rule over us. The war has been waging for thousands of years.
That's a lengthy war.
Yes, and we'd like it to end. One thing that we know about the Cosmosphereans is that they are susceptible to viruses. Any small virus could wipe them out. You see, they have no immunity to them. It seems like viruses are foreign to our galaxy. If you come into contact with them, you could spread it to Cosmospheria and completely wipe them out.
But aren't you the same species? I've got COVID-19 right now. You're liable to get sick and die.
Many years ago we discovered a tree that grows on our planet whose leaves, if eaten, will build up our body's immunity to fight off anything. No disease can get through to us.
But you said there were no viruses in this galaxy, so why would you be seeking a cure?
We first traveled to Earth in your year of 600 AD. This was a time period known as the Dark Ages on your planet. The bubonic plague had killed many Earthlings. We sent a space exploration team of 20 to Earth and they all contracted the disease. We had no idea what it was or how to cure it. They all died.
Wow, so you aliens were visiting Earth 1500 years ago.
Yes, and we still have thousands from our species inhabiting Earth now, disguised as human beings. Anyway, so we sent another ship back then to recover the bodies and find out how they died. We brought them back to a remote facility on Libertia to research what killed them. All of those on the recovery team ended up getting the bubonic plague and dying as well. After several years we finally discovered that the leaves of the Equanta tree were the cure for the bubonic plague, as well as all other diseases. It also extends out lifespans to about 600 years.
I'd like to get my hands on that tree.
You will. We Libertians eat the leaves daily and never get any diseases when we travel to Earth or any place else. We can't carry viruses or transmit them to others.
And what about the Cosmosphereans?
They have not discovered this tree and the benefits of its leaves, so they are susceptible to a virus wiping them out. We chose you, John, because we learned that when you inherit a virus it stays with you for a long time and you're known for transmitting it to others at an alarming rate. You're only one man, but you're what they call a super spreader.
So you want me to go down to Cosmospheria and attempt to infect the inhabitants? I'm a human, not a Barvan. They would spot me.
We designed a special bodysuit that you will be zipped into. Once inside, you will pass for Cosmopherian. The costume is fitted with a device to turn your speaking voice into Cosmopherian and transmit their language into English with an earpiece. Since we Barvans don't open our mouths when we speak, they will think the voice is truly yours. Come into contact with as many of them as you can, and they will in turn spread the virus to others. Those others will spread it to other Barvans, and so on until everybody has it.
Looks like you guys really thought this through.
If you do this for us and you succeed, we will give you anything you want.
Well, I can't think of anything I want right now.
Surely you must have desires, things you would want if you could have them. Would you like to rule the Earth?
The Earth? Nah, that place is full of ingrates. They all hate me. You could blow that whole place up for all I care. I'd want to rule a different planet.
Done. A more desirable planet will be yours. How about being immune forever from any viruses and diseases? Would you like to increase your lifespan by 5 or 6 times?
Why yes, absolutely.
It will be yours. And what about companionship?
Why yes, I'd like a beautiful girl.
Wipe out the evil Cosmopherians and we will give you everything you just asked for. Hopefully you will have success because the first Earthling we sent to there did not.
What? You mean I'm not the first one to try this?
You are the second. Last year when our operatives on Earth learned of the coronavirus pandemic, we sent a young lady named Lynn from Earth infected with it to Cosmospheria. Unfortunately she recovered too quickly and wasn't able to infect any inhabitants.
So what ended up happening to Lynn? Did you return her back to Earth?
Just then a crew member sees an asteroid field ahead.
Captain, we've encountered an asteroid field.
Evasive maneuvers, Lieutenant Jones. Hold on to something, John.
The ship begins passing through a treacherous asteroid belt. It's difficult steering through the debris and the ship takes multiple hits.
Captain Kramer, the ship is taking a pounding from these boulders. One more direct hit and we will lose power.
Lieutenant, you must pull us out of this path.
I think I see an opening ahead.
The crew manages to pull the spacecraft up and out of the asteroid field. Once they're above the planet and the belt, they look down upon the scene that they narrowly escaped. Safe at last into space with the danger far away from them.
Phew, that was scary. I'm so happy to be alive.
My apologies, John. There is the planet Cosmospheria. It's straight ahead of us. See there, we will land on a remote outpost that is held by our spies. The Cosmopherians will be none the wiser.
The ship goes in for a landing on Cosmospheria at the secret outpost. It passes through a maze of tunnels in a mountainside before coming to a stop.
Well, John, you look very Cosmospheran in that costume we zipped you into.
But I don't look exactly like you or your crew members.
We Barvans don't all look the same. Like people on Earth, we have a variety of different appearances. The outfit we put you into is typical of how an average Cosmospheran looks. Okay, John, my associates will transport you into town. Your job is to come into contact with as many inhabitants as you can. If you get into trouble, there is a gun in your right-hand pocket. It's simple to use, just pull the trigger like an Earthling's gun. We will be in touch with you through your earpiece. And John, good luck.
Thank you.
With that, John is transported to town with his Libertian guides. He meets with the town's residents and travels to as many places as possible. Barvans start coming down with the virus and the government is caught completely off guard. They don't know what to do. Before long, everyone on the planet has the virus. They start dying as the authorities simply cannot act quickly enough to stop the pandemic. In only a matter of months, all the inhabitants are dead. John notifies Kramer and he returns 2 hours later with his crew to meet with a very somber John in an empty town.
You did it, John. I can't believe it, you actually pulled it off. All these years we spent battling the Cosmopherians with advanced weaponry and it turns out it only took a man from Earth with a virus to wipe them out.
Well, I hope I did the right thing. That's a lot of dead Cosmopherians.
Oh, don't worry, you did. They were ruthless killers. You destroyed those evil creatures and now we Libytians can live in peace after all these years. You've saved so many millions of our lives. We could never adequately repay you, but we can give you everything you had asked for.
Oh yeah, Kramar, I almost forgot about the deal we made.
First of all, you wanted a planet to rule. What better one to give you than Cosmospheria here? You conquered it. It's yours now, John.
Wow, this is overwhelming.
You said you'd like to forever be rid of diseases and viruses. Look past that hill and you see a whole forest of the Ecowanta trees. The leaves will stop all viruses and disease from entering your body.
This is unbelievable.
Add that to your diet and you will live to be 500 or more.
Oh my goodness. When I go back to Earth and show them my new body and that I'm fit as a fiddle, they are going to be shocked.
Go back to Earth? I'm afraid you can't do that.
Why not?
About an hour ago, we blew it up. You told us that you wanted us to.
No.
I didn't really mean it.
Why would you say it if you didn't mean it?
I was just joking. Oh my lord, I can't believe what you've done. All those people. It was a joke. What I said was a joke.
Joke? We aren't familiar with that term. We on Libertia say what we mean when we speak, not what we don't mean.
I can't believe it. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul.
We are sorry if we brought displeasure to you. Let us reveal to you the fulfillment of your final wish you asked of us.
No, oh my word. Just go, please, just go. I can't believe what you have done, Kramar. Please just leave me alone.
Very well, if that is your wish. We will leave you now.
Kramar and his crew leave aboard their ship for Libertia. John is left alone to wallow in his misery. John wanders the empty planet for several weeks, blaming himself for Earth's demise. While walking through an abandoned but once thriving Cosmospherian city, he hears someone move. John pulls his gun.
Halt, who goes there? Show yourself.
John turns to see a young lady. It is the woman with the white dove from his dreams. John is shocked and drops his gun. The woman is standing against a blue wall. John can't even speak.
My goodness, you look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, man, so it's you. You're the beautiful girl they promised me.
Oh now stop it. You're making me blush.
But why are you on Cosmospheria? Wait a minute. You're the lady they sent here last year to infect the Barvans.
Yes, I'm Lynn. I survived because I recovered from COVID-19.
I'm John, by the way.
Yes, I know. My mission was unsuccessful because I recovered from the virus before I was able to infect any Barvans. After that I lost contact with the Libertians. I kept trying to interact with them but I heard nothing through my communication device. I figured they lost contact or else that or they didn't care to rescue me. Then a few months ago I started hearing the transmissions from you to them on my earpiece.
It must have been on the same frequency then. So, then you know about what happened to Earth?
Yes, I know I will never see my family again.
Lynn, I'm so sorry.
It wasn't your fault. We both know you didn't mean those words. Since I've been here I've learned that Barvans take everything literally. They don't joke around as we humans do. They mean everything that they say.
But still I feel this awful guilt. It's not every day you learn you're at least somewhat responsible for blowing up the world and killing 8 billion people.
John, let me tell you what my family back on Earth believed. Everyone gets reincarnated. When we die, that's not the end. We are reborn, start off as a new person in a new body and at a different time in history. For example, you may come back as a poor girl from Egypt in 500 BC. I may come back as a male warrior during the Middle Ages. We may come back in the present day or we may come back in the future, but come back we will. All those people who died a few months ago back on Earth have been reborn and are now living a new life in a different timeline.
Will I remember my past life?
No, just like you don't remember the past lives that you've already lived before this current one you're living now. And when you come back into the next life, whether you be in the past, present or future, the world will be there once again. You'll see it hasn't actually been destroyed at all, and you'll have no recollection that it ever was. Everything will have been completely reset from the blunders of your past life. Each lifetime lived is in a completely different dimension from the last one.
Wow, that's deep. So I won't remember anything at all from any past life?
You're allowed by the Creator to very vaguely and distantly remember certain things. That's how the soul learns and grows. It's called déjà vu. For example, you go to a place that you've never visited but you get a strong sense that you have been there before. That's because in a past life, you were there.
I've certainly experienced déjà vu many times. I never knew why.
My guess is that in your next life you will always choose your words carefully and watch for whom you make jokes with. You won't know why you have this compulsion, you just will have it ingrained within you.
Wow, so everything I've done in this lifetime is based on what I experienced in my past lives?
Yes. You see, John, the life that we're living right now is only an illusion. We are allowed free will to make choices, and those choices will have consequences, but only in this current lifetime. Each life experience is like a learning lesson for the soul. Each of us will have to live many lifetimes so we can grow spiritually enough to be ready to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, Lynn, thank you so much. What you've said really helps. I've always been curious to the significance of the white dove that you hold.
These birds are going to bring you happiness and joy in life, so anytime you see a white dove there is a good chance something good is about to happen to you very soon.
John and Lynn briefly embrace. They know they have quite a task in front of them. They have a new world to build, and they are the last of the human race. They must continue on. They grasp each other's hand and turn to face their new planet, their new home. Until the next lifetime.